So welcome developers. In this tutorial section guys, we'll be studying the different access specifiers that are used in Java programming. Now in the previous tutorial section guys, you must have come across this keyword public. Now what is the importance of specifying public in whatever class and method that we define? Now the reason why we prefix this public before every class and member variable is that member variable method is that we need to specify to what extent that a class member variable or a member or a class can be accessed or modified in a Java project. That is, for example, if you consider a Java class, Avengers class here, we define a member variable called and which is of string data type. Now this and variable may be accessed within the class, that is a class Avengers, or it can be also be accessed the data in a data class, that is a data class, or it may also be accessed in any other class in a package. See, a package is tutorial, so therefore in this tutorial it may be accessed in any class in this tutorial, or it can be accessed in other subclasses. Now subclass, so we'll be studying about subclass more in detail when we study what a hierarchy, what are the concepts of hierarchy in Java programming is. So basically you can say that any class, so any member variable can be accessed and modified in different stages. So within this we need to specify to what stage it can be accessed. For instance, what stage it can be accessed. So therefore that's why we fix certain keywords before every class and method definition. Further specify the extents to which it can be modified. So in Java, basically, we have three keywords which are basically used to specify the access modifiers. The, the first one being public, then private, then protected. The concept regarding protected access specifier will be discussed more in detail when we study the concept of hierarchy, because it involves we need to study in detail what are subclasses whenever we want to study what protected is. Now let us study in detail what a public access specifier is for. Now whenever we specify a string member variable or a class as a public, if we add public to it, the meaning is that this and variable can be accessed anywhere in a program. That is, it can be accessed in Avengers class, it can be accessed in a data class, and anywhere we want. That is, if I write now, but now what I've done is that I've created an instance from the Avengers class called Paul. Now using my object Paul, I can use this and modify its value, say as root. See, root. Okay. So there's no error in that. So that see what happened here is that we created a member variable string and here, and in a data class we actually created an instance, and using that instance we modify the value of and to as run. See that this is possible using a public data class. So if we by specifying any class in this specifying that member variable to be as public, we can modify its value in which anywhere in the program. That means it can we can uh, change it in the class in package wise. In subclasses also we can modify this value. Now to that is now to make it much more clear, if I change this value to private, what happens here is that, see, this shows an error. The reason for the error is that whenever you declare a member variable as a private, the fact that the concept is that this member variable will be confined to that particular class itself. That is, it can only be accessed within this class, Avengers class itself. Since we can never modify its value or access it in other classes. So the difference between public and private is that whenever you declare a member variable to be as a public, you can access it anywhere where you want. But when you declare it to be as a private, it can only be accessed within the class itself. Now, in most of the day-to-day programming, it's more or less secure to define your class string variables, sorry, your member variables as private, because it would avoid what to say, private parties from entering into your and modifying the values of your member variables. So it's more or less preferred to declare a variable private. But the issue when you declare private is that variable cannot be accessed in different specifiers. Sorry, cannot be accessed in different uh, classes. So what we do is that basically, if you want to change or modify the value of a particular string variable, a member variable, what we do is that we go for actually we develop setters and getters for that. So I have discussed about the concept of getters and setters, but to make it more clearer, let's write the code for how do you write a getter and setter. First of all, we need to remove this error from here. So first of all, our aim is to we need to set the value. We have created an instance poll, and we need to set, and from using the poll instance object poll, we need to set the value of and to run. So to do this, we can use the setter method. So if you want to actually create a setter method, it's quite simple. You can go to your sources and you can click on generate getter and setter. But let's do the hardcore way. So do it for the thing which we need to do is here is that first of all we need to define a class, sorry method. So the method will be public method. So why they define it as public is that we need to make it accessible in all classes. So we define a public. Now we need to define what's the return type. So public, it's a return novel because we are setting a name, so there is no requirement for returning any value. So public void name of the method, I gave a name called set, and I need to pass two value. I need to pass a value. So the value is a string data type, string name, and next what should assign the value of name to and. So we have created this set method. We have created what you call as a setter. Now to create the getter method, simply write public. Now it should return something. So getter we need to return something. So what should it return? It should return a string data type. String name of the method is, let me just put it as get. Now what should it return? It should return what? It should return and. Okay, in the main program, if I remove this line of code, and if I write poll dot set and system dot out dot print poll dot get, and if I run the program, it prints right on the screen. Now what we done is that we have basically declared a member variable to be as private, and we access the member variable in a different class by adopting the getter and the setter methods. So this is quite a useful technique in programming section. So I basically this whenever you declare a member variable, just try to declare it as private so as to avoid a third party from interfering into your code and modifying your values. And this is how you declare a getter and a setter method. First of all, declare a setter method. First, you need to pass a string variable, because in set method we actually what we do is in this method we are actually setting the value set that. So therefore, when you write the value, this value will be this parameter will store in name. This parameter name will store the value of that, and it will pass into and. So therefore, indirectly we are modifying the value of and by using this getter and getter methods. And to get the value, what we do is that when you call the get method, it returns the value of and. So the value of and here will be the value which you had just assigned to and, that will be name. The name value was the value which you had passed, that will be the run. So therefore, I hope you guys could understood what the concept of what public and private is, and the concept regarding protected will be discussed later on. Now one more thing is that one more thing which you notice that if you don't specify anything, that is, if you don't specify a particular member variable as public or private, then what the Java does is that it considers it to be as a non-modified condition. That is, whenever if you don't declare a particular member variable to be as a private or a static, then that particular member variable will have no modifier, but it can be accessed in any class and any package, but not in any subclasses. So therefore, if you don't what to say specify to as anything like this, public or private, then you can simply you need not write the getter and setter method. You can simply write poll dot and equals, right. Even this is correct, because if you don't declare anything, this and variable can be accessed in this class and also in this class and also any class in the package, can be accessed anywhere in the package, but it cannot be accessed within the subclasses. So in this basic and tutorial section, guys, we study the concept of water access specifiers, public, private, and protected access specifiers. And also we study what the concept of non-modifier access specifier is and where and to which extent what access can be accessed. And also we get got a glimpse of into the concepts of getter and setter method, and we wrote a method for getting and setting. So I hope that you guys have understood the concept of this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.